Hey friends and future racquetball players and young beginners. Here to give you another little briefing here. This is Racquetball Rackets Intro 3. Intro number 3. Where we left off at 2.1, the 2.0 got cut off. So there was a couple things I needed to add back in, and I have my cheat sheet again. So I'm going to date this thing. Today is Friday, June 17th, I believe. Okay, we were talking about gear. You know, what should you wear? Okay, I wear cheap shoes. Okay, these are cheap. They don't have a brand name on them per se, but the bottom line is, if they stick to the floor, they don't squeak, they don't slide around, and you're comfortable with them, whatever shoe you should choose is good. Just no black-soled shoes that would scuff the floor. They don't allow that. Also, now my phone's ringing. I can't believe this. I'm not going to get it. We had cicadas. Let's see, we've had the fire department, and then we had the four-wheelers, and now my phone rings. Okay. The other thing I wanted to mention, there was another type of racket that was made back in the 80s, and I do have one somewhere, but it's made of ceramic. As far as durability, I don't know how durable they are. I do know the plastic ones and the graphite ones are very durable. What I want to get at on this one is, the reason I've been doing this is for the children, because that's a 22-inch from handle to head, and this is what they've been for a long time. I want to get the kids in the game. Alright, this is an old school, and these old schools are anywhere from, I did measure it, it's anywhere from 18.5 inches handle to head, 19-inch, 19.5, 20-inch, 20.5 inch, 21 inches, probably 21.5, all the way up to 22, but you see the difference. Okay, there's at least 3 inches different. Now, I showed this in one of my videos on my channel, which my channel is, in case you don't know, is Rackets for You, RACQUETS, number 4, the letter U, Rackets for You. A 4-foot kid can swing this, but I mean not really good, because it's half their height. So if you could have a racket like this that was brought up to speed to compete with this, wouldn't that be the stuff, wouldn't it? So, and that's what I've been working on, is getting these little rackets and bringing them up to speed to compete with these for the younger people, the smaller people. And let me show you this other one. This is a hybrid now. That's a converted, and very pretty. Nice tacky blue grip. Synthetic. I like synthetic grips. Real tacky. It's got a vibration dampener or isolator built right in. This guy can bang with this guy. If the kid knows how to play, or the smaller person knows how to play, this will give you the edge, okay? Polyester strings in the mains, the up and down strings, and nylon most of the time, or synthetic gut, so you don't get that notching effect in the strings where they click, okay? These don't do that, and they last a long time. Very resilient, okay? But I showed this in one of my videos on the court, but I want to show you the difference. I already showed you this, 3 inches difference in the total length, but however, if you match the head to head, what you notice is 3 inches less on the handle, and but you'll notice that the sweet spot is in the same place on both rackets. So what this is about is reach. It's all about reach for the kid. How, you know, I mean, it's all about reach. They can't handle this yet. When they get to be 5'5", you know, whatever, then they can step into one of these. In the meantime, this is really what they need. And by the way, what the racket, the material that the racket's made of, is really insignificant because, like I said before, if you hit the wall, any racket, no matter what it's made of, titanium, graphite, plastic, you name it, fiberglass, ceramic, aluminum, it can break. As a matter of fact, this racket right here, unfortunately, it was and still is a very good racket, and this is a hybrid. It is broken. You can see the head right at the top. It is cracked, and so far it's holding, but it's on its way out, okay? Let's see here. Another reason I'm doing this for the younger, the children, the beginners, is because this is what they need, because they don't make these little things anymore. So I convert them, make them a hybrid. They're total custom, just hybrid, okay? So what I want to show you is a little comparison or whatever. Now, I'm going to get into something else here a little bit. Now, here's a square guitar. Would any of you, if you played guitar, would you like to play a square guitar? I sure wouldn't, and I do play guitar. There was a guy back in the 50s and 60s, his name was Bo Diddley. Well, that's his guitar, one like it anyway. He played a square guitar, and that's his trademark, if you will. Well, to me, it looks ugly. But guess what? It sounded just as good as any other of the pretty guitars, because it's what's in it that makes the difference, okay? It might be square, but it can play within it just like any other guitar that's nice. That's what this will do. It's not what the racket frame is made of per se, and the size of the racket is what's the guts, what's in the middle, the strings, the grip, the strings, and your ability to hit this thing. Another thing is, you all recognize this. That is David and Goliath. The giant Goliath and David, who David conquered, slayed Goliath. Well, guess what? Guess what, kids? You can do the same thing with one of these. Don't think you can't, because it's not the size of your racket. It's what's inside and how you handle it, how you operate it, okay? A little comparison there. Hybrid. So what constitutes a hybrid? Let me tell you this. Number one, a hybrid is, hybrid strings are, you will have dissimilar strings in the up and down mains and the crosses. In other words, you might have polyester in the mains, and you might have synthetic gut or nylon in the crosses. That would constitute a hybrid string job, where you could have synthetic gut in the mains and nylon in the crosses. It's just called a hybrid stringing. Now, a hybrid pattern is exactly what this is. That is a custom, pretty much one of a kind. There's probably not another racket like this one. It's just the pattern. I changed the pattern on it. Instead of being like that, I made it like that. And this thing, so basically, I call it less is more. This has got a ton of string in it. This doesn't, and this thing will bang with the big boys any day. Any day. Another thing, you're wondering, you're seeing all this stuff, and you're saying, well, what's this guy doing with all these rackets? Well, eventually I'm going to sell them. And I haven't put them on eBay yet. I will eventually. I am going to be giving a racquetball camp, a free camp, for young kids, probably age 9 to 13 years old, a 6-week camp. It'll be totally free. And it's a new little program that I'll be the instructor, racquetball instructor. And I want to give my kids, my first batch of students, the opportunity to get a hold of one of these rackets if they so choose so. If they don't, they will go on eBay. Otherwise, if you have an interest in any of the rackets you've seen in any of my videos, you can always leave me a message at my my site. What do you call it? The channel. My channel at Rackets for You. You can leave me a message.